Howdy, Summoner. That's a great way to start a video. Wow, we are off to a great start. Okay, today we've got Kushala, Sig 200, rank 5, ascended with my normal mastery setup against the Grandmasters Gauntlet. Now we're going to get 9 solos, although it could have been 12. We'll show some of those failed attempts as well, and maybe what I did wrong. And before anyone says this power level of Kushala isn't realistic, I understand, but after I get her from the arena, which I am going to be live streaming a bit, that grind, if you guys would like to keep me company, maybe help me retain my sanity. This is pretty much the Kushala that I'm going to have in my live account. See, as I'm rambling, people are just going to die, and that's going to happen throughout the video. But yeah, this is basically the Kushala that I'm going to have in my live account after I get her from Arena, because I have rank up gems all the way from 1 to 5, and Awakening Gems, and Sig Stones, and even Primordial Dust waiting for her. This fight is pretty cool. You're going to see her blocking unblockable attacks from Weapon X, which is why I was really excited to do this fight. So yeah, she's just really good. Here's a full combo into her block that she just nukes down, and not only can she block unblockable attacks, she can also regen the damage that she takes from her block, kind of like Sorcerer Supreme. That's really cool. I remember that being a big selling point of that champion, so it's cool to see that return here, especially because Kushala is a Sorcerer Supreme as well as a Ghost Rider, fun fact if you didn't know that one. So she has very good heal block capabilities, or at least regeneration reversal or mitigation, which can also be increased with the Despair Mastery. She does kind of need to be awakened for the additional like passive incinerates and the passive soul barb, I believe, as well. But yeah, she takes care of this Weapon X relatively easily. Pretty cool fight. I'm a big fan of that one. Just a lot of regen mitigation and unblockable bypassing as well. Next up, we've got this Dragon Man. We do fight into the wall a bit, and that's another thing that you just saw there, hopefully, is that her heavy attack range, it's not the best, but heavy countering specials and also parrying specials are a great way to build her blessings, so you're going to see me try to do that a few times throughout the video and to varying levels of success. See, right there it worked out very nicely with that heavy attack. Now we're going to take this special one into our block a little bit. We're going to try to heavy counter it. There we go. And we're kind of just fighting on the wall, but we're okay. We got that blue blessing up. Forgive me, I don't know the names of each blessing yet. They're just colors right now. It's pretty powerful though. We're regenning some of the block damage, and it's a good time. I don't know. We're still stuck up against a wall, but it'll be okay. Just trust the process, alright? But yeah, this is a stun immune fight, and Kushala isn't the best for stun immune because you do want to land your parries, you want to land your heavy attacks, so if the opponent is stun immune, then typically, see, there's another unblockable block, that's pretty cool. But yeah, if the opponent is stun immune, you're typically going to have to find other opportunities to get those parries and those heavy attacks in, which is where it's really good to heavy counter things. But yeah, she handled that fine. I took a hit from him, and that took half of my health, so that wasn't great. This fight is kind of complicated because of Black Panther's, you know when you parry him and he has an armor up buff. Now usually you want to parry with Kushala, and he's unblockable as well, but then he has the armor ups, and if you parry him, he's going to reflect the stun and all that stuff. So this fight is a lot of dancing around, but it's definitely possible with Kushala. It's just not a good time, especially with Footloose as well, with the evade and the unstoppable, which are two of Kushala's other weaknesses. There I just get massively hit. Yeah, you're going to see throughout this video, there's some fights that are definitely not optimal for her, and I do want to remind you guys, I am not an expert level Kushala player by any means. I'm still learning how to play this champion effectively. And I also gain too much power sometimes, which is pretty interesting. Too much power, definitely one of the more interesting problems to have in MCOC. Yeah, we have to be very careful to not actually parry here. or we're gonna get stun reflected and just blasted into oblivions. Here we nullify his buffs and turn him into incinerates, and he just drops. This one took a few tries, I'm not gonna lie, but I really wanted it to work out. I wanted to show that it's definitely possible if you play your cards right. Now, I swear to God, this fight's just gonna make me mad if I spectate it, because I swear half of this fight is me trying to push him into the other mode, and then eventually giving up. So I'm just gonna talk about something else. I think she's really good, and I know a lot of people are gonna ask, you know, for the next several videos, because they're not gonna get 5 minutes and 40 seconds in, right? You're gonna ask, is she gonna replace CGR? No. These two champions, they do completely different things, okay? I think she's going to stand firmly next to Cosmic Ghost Strider. Okay, he's got the heavy damage with the certain utilities and stuff, with the Fate Seal and whatnot, and she has nullification, damage over time, regeneration, unblockable blocking, ability power rate reduction, AI manipulation when it comes to her Infuriate and stuff like that. They just play completely different, alright? So, like, she's not going to replace CGR, CGR's not going to step over her ground or anything like that. If anything, she kind of, I feel like I need her, you know, and of course I would feel that way, but I feel like she actually would seriously fill a gap in my roster, because I tend to not rank up Mystic Champs because of CGR, right? But not only that, she has certain abilities in her kit that kinda I wouldn't use again, you know, wouldn't typically use CGR against. Like, she takes care of unblockable, right? Stun immune, stuff like that, like she can handle it. And there's certain nullification things that she does, ability power rate reduction, the regen, right? She's pretty sustainable. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of places where I don't know, you ever get a new champ and you really like them, but you still feel like you gotta use your old champions, and that you have to kind of make yourself use the new champion, right? You ever feel like you kind of have to force yourself to enjoy a new character? I don't think that's gonna be the case here. I feel like I'm just gonna need her, and there I take a fucking 4-hit combo, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm genuinely gonna need her for some stuff, and use her in place of CGR for certain fights, and cover some ground that he can't cover, and I think that's awesome. I think that's spectacular. I'm really happy about it. I'm glad that they don't really compare that much, you know. Obviously they're similar, they have some stuff in common, and I think they do cover each other's ground sometimes. They kind of overlap, like my last video about the Eternity of Pain and stuff. There's a few fights that Kushala can take that CGR can also take, and there's another full 5-hit combo. Just remember, I'm not that good at the game in general either, so if, you know, you're going to notice I'm finishing these fights low on health, and usually that's because I make a mistake, so just take that with a grain of salt, alright? Just remember, this is not peak Kushala gameplay. Her skill floor is pretty low. I want to say that. She's not a super skill-based champion, right? But her skill ceiling is pretty high. If you can learn to, like, parry the opponent's specials and heavy counter certain things, and maybe even get parried from time to time, which she still gains a blessing, which is really funny. I don't know, like, she doesn't require a ton of skill, but you can definitely take her to another level if you get really good at playing her, right? And I think that's a common theme for a lot of champions. They're accessible, but they leave a lot of room for the more skilled or the more dedicated players. See, she just did a ton of damage there, although this is a power shield. Look at that regeneration, guys. That was crazy, right? You'll maybe see that I opt to block certain things instead of dexing them, because I don't want to risk actually getting hit, because I'm not totally confident in my dexing skills. Now, here's a fight that CGR definitely was never able to take in any of my Grandmasters Gauntlet runs, even when I was going in there for fun to clear the additional nodes so I could actually have the 100% banner on it. Here's a fight that I was never brave and or dumb enough to do with him. We got a little bit of regeneration there, which is nice. We don't have to worry about dexing his special and getting a buff on us, and then, you know, dancing around the anti-life fart field or whatever it's called. And yeah, she does a pretty good job here with these blue blessings, just healing back some of this damage. I think those stagger buffs are also helping, and that's another thing, she's not reliant on buffs at all. The only buff you're ever really going to get with her is the dexterity buff, which is healing all this damage back. It's really cool. Although Mojo is going to start giving us these hater buffs soon, so we are going to start degenning, which is unfortunate, but I mean, we're doing okay. We're doing alright. So yeah, overall, this is an interesting fight. I definitely would not recommend using her against Mojo if you have better options, but I mean, she could handle him. She doesn't have buffs naturally in her kit, but she's also not immune to buffs. So if you have her and Spidey 99 or Red Guardian in your team, use one of the ladder champs, alright? But she has enough damage here to get through it, and all these fights are like 700k to like 900k health. So she's not doing a bad job at all. Yes, she is rank 5 and ascended, and I have the Ouchie masteries on, but just those are that's my natural mastery setup anyway. Now this fight is polka dot power, so we only really gain power when we're giving Killmonger a buff. And I stupidly go to throw I get hit again, but I go and throw my my special wand, and it just pushes him to special 3, and that's the end of the fight. So maybe if I went for special 2 or special 3, maybe I could have, you know, danced around that fight. It probably would have taken 10 minutes to take him out. Just because I would have had to dance around the reverberation to make that work as well. But yeah, here's another fight which I absolutely realistically could have soloed, and I mess it up in a couple seconds here. This is Life Cycle Sasquatch with all these other stupid things, and for some reason I just missed the special 2 decks, and I die. Like, I absolutely could have taken that fight, and for some reason I just completely dropped the ball. It would have been 10 solos if I didn't mess it up there. So yeah, that's kind of frustrating, but I want to show that that's definitely possible. Next up we got this Nick Fury, and you're going to be surprised, but I think I enjoyed this fight more than any other fight in here. Which, you know, I never thought I'd be saying about Nick Fury. Just being fun. That was a risky intercept, but I had to land that. I don't know, she blocks his special 1, right? And with the blue blessing, she can heal the damage back. But also he has kinetic transference, or however you say that. So I don't know, he's got the unblockable as well, right? So we can get around that as long as we continue to parry, which we're obviously going to do against Nick Fury. We just have to get this guy to 1% and, you know, get his regeneration out of here. You know, typical Nick Fury stuff. But here you see, watch this. This is so cool. I absolutely adore that. That's amazing. That's so neat. I think I delayed my special 1 right there, but luckily it connected. He also has the Vigor node going on, so that's really interesting. We have the heavy counter here. There we go. Now we have to start intercepting a little bit more. We just blocked that. I tried to go for a heavy. I messed it up. You know, there's another instance where I goofed that up. I could go to parry his specials just to keep the blue blessings up, but I'm scared it would hit me instead. There's that little like 0.2 second miss that Nick Fury has after getting his new life. Just gotta bait this special 2 out of him, no big deal, it's all good. I wish blessings, I almost wish blessings were paused during mine or the opponent's special attacks. I think that'd just be really nice, or I wish that was a synergy. Maybe it is a synergy, I don't remember. I haven't been paying attention to her synergies. There I land a really cheeky heavy attack that really could have not worked out for me. I parry the special 2 just for fun. There's no real purpose to doing that other than to build the blessings. There I get my parries a little more comfortably, but I get hit right at the end, so that's definitely an interesting decision that I made. Got the disorient as well. But her blessings cannot be reduced by ability accuracy or anything like that. They can't be I don't know if they can't be modified or if they can't be reduced. Like, maybe they can be increased, right? I don't know. But yeah, overall, that was a really cool fight. I actually had a really good time doing that one. That might be my favorite fight. And then here we have the final Thanos boss. Pretty cool fight. She takes care of him quite nicely. A lot of damage over time, right? So some of that stuff can carry over past the phases. You're gonna see how that works. Here I'm just building my blessings, right? Trying to maintain those, and then here we go. We got the first phase starting. So we're gonna land a combo, and I believe I'm gonna go for my special 2, maybe my special 3. It's been a while since I did this fight. Okay, I'm going for my special 3. Just to get the degens up, which isn't a bad call at all, especially because it pertains to buffs, and I can take advantage of those with another special attack, right? So here we go with a full combo. We're doing a lot of damage over time. I'm doing 4 hits and then blocking, except right there where I didn't do that, and I convert all of them into Incinerate, so that pushes them to phase 2. So then we immediately dash in, right? We get that degeneration on us, which is about to heal us anyway. Gotta be careful not to hit him when that evade comes up, and then we're all good. I believe I'm gonna go to special 2 here. I don't remember. Nope, it just pushes him to phase 3 instantly, which is pretty cool. So now he's got Death Touch, right, which is pretty scary. I completely mess up there, but luckily Heimdall saved my ass. That was pretty cool. Yeah, he gets the special 3 here, so I decided to just chuck off my special 2, which is fine. He gets that Soul Barb, which is great. And then we have the safeguards, so we only take 15% damage, I believe. And yeah, all we gotta do is just intercept this guy, get the safeguard again, then go for another special 2, and then chuck this idiot in the bin, and there we go. That's Kushala soloing 9 of the Grandmasters Gauntlet fights. She definitely could have taken Thing as well, even though he's immune to Nullify. You can still go for special 2 or special 3 against Thing. Now, would I recommend that anyone does that in Battlegrounds or something? No. But she can definitely do it. And yeah, I hope this maybe showcase some of her utility, which is pretty cool. I think CGR soloed like 13 of the fights, but I'm also a sweaty tryhard, and I'm just learning Kushala and just familiarizing myself with the champions. So who knows, maybe there's more fights in here that I failed on or just didn't even try, that she can definitely handle. We'll see. And yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to press like. Let me know what you think of Kushala. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care and farewell.